I don't think it's a bad trade to take a long down here at this support. Say it takes out 2650, you take a long and you set your stop right down here at like 2600. It's not a bad trade for potential upside of this uptrending channel, where the upside is all the way up here at 34. If you were bullish on Bitcoin and you want to take a long, you would want to take your long down here, set your stop right over here, and your target is up here all the way at the midpoint of Bitcoin rally, 34. So your risk reward is 16 to 1. If you want to lower that and you just want to go to the old highs, you're still at a 7 to 1 risk reward. It's a great trade. So let's take a look at Sushi and see what I think. Weekly chart. You guys know I like to look at weekly charts. We are at the bottom of the range. So that is certainly something. But I don't like that the weekly RSI has broken down and it's looking very bearish on a weekly stochastic RSI, although I do see a turn happening. There's definitely a turn, but I'm not a big fan of the breakdown that happened here. However, nice risk to reward on this trade, right? You just whatever. You want to, obviously your stop is right here, right below the lows. It doesn't even have to be that low. And then your target can be just above this range if you wanted it to. And you've got a 7 to 1 risk reward already. But what I would target is I would use chaos, right? And I'd look at the range and see what the potential expansion is, always being conservative to make sure my target gets hit. And I get a target of 370. So this is actually the real target up here. And then your risk reward jumps to 16. Now I like that. I like that a lot. Price range. 300%. Nice. So nice, massive price increase. I think it's a decent trade. I think I see why Chris liked this. But momentum wise, it doesn't look the best. However, momentum doesn't always give you the best location entries. There's a reason for that. I think it's a decent trade. As long as you can set tight stops. Pretty good potential. Just be careful because the weekly is still bearish. Not great on the weekly. All right, so that's Sushi. Filecoin was the other one. Phil Filecoin. Yeah, look at Filecoin. Way in the shitter. Look at this. It went below. It actually went almost below the lows from 2019. That's crazy. Look at how much this retraced. It was worth in the bull $100, $150. What the hell? From 5 to a 20x, right? What a crazy increase. And what kind of let's look at how well before our chaos levels worked on this, right? So this is your low. This is basically the high of your range right here. This. So you see how we tagged it and we had our reversal and then we created another W to go to the next level. The next level would have been here and you would have drawn it like this, next range expansion level. And you can see how we again kind of tagged them right before we had our next lift off. So you'd actually do this. This is why I try to be more conservative. So this is the next tag. And then your next W is basically like almost like this, I would say. Maybe it's too extreme, but, and yeah, we hit it eventually 150 up there. If I went to the edge, we get a little bit closer, but this is just, a pure insanity at this point. Just absolute insanity. Kind of just a useful study on chaos level, but you can see it's just sitting down here. If you have some money and you can let it sit for a while, there's potential that this could have a big bounce. I'm just not exactly sure when. Your money might be sitting in there a while. Options probably are not a good idea. Nice crossover in RSI happening. I want to see a bit more of a W, and then I could consider a move higher. We should look at ADA. I mean, quickly, we can do that. Yeah, this one is in a decent uptrend still. Really decent uptrend with a very clearly defined, like almost breakout on the 4-hour chart. So that's looking extremely bullish for Cardano, much to Alex Becker's disappointment. I think you guys know that Alex Becker hates Cardano. He always talks about it. And if you don't know who Alex Becker is, you should go look him up. He's quite a popular guy. Yeah, honestly, Cardano doesn't look bad on a daily chart. If she can push above this VIP line, definitely can push much higher. And it seems like it's kind of been a bit of a grind with a lot of stepping stones here. So that's ADA. It looks much better than I thought, especially on the lower time frames. A little bit tough in this range here. You could consider like longs at this pullback we were just at and then stops right below, but it's very tight stops. You have a high likelihood of being stopped out eventually.